Blair? What is it? What's wrong?
Nothing. I was just gonna saddle up the horses and go for a ride.
You're crying.
It's just stupid. Stupid tears, it's all. It's just... I get it stupid of me. I'm flooding your stables. It's not a game either.
Blair, I know it's not a game, man. I also know that something's wrong, so what is it?
Antonio, what are you doing?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, after you've shaken all the hands and signed all the bills and freed the world up for democracy just one more day, don't you feel like sneaking out of the White House, going to listen to some cool jazz at a late-night dive?
Kevin, would you do me a favor, please?
In a minute, Kelly. I gotta change something.
What is more important, asking the President of the United States a question or the dinner I am trying to make?
Well, gosh, when you put it that way.
Since your brother is just so incredibly organized, could you please ask him where he put the recipe I cut out of my magazine?
Kelly, I didn't put your recipe anywhere. I'm a little busy right now looking for my own shoe.
Oh, I get it. I must have misplaced his old smelly sneaker. Well, Kevin, would you please inform your brother?
I didn't suggest even that you lost my sneaker. Kelly, can we just stop this? Can we just call a truce? Is that okay?
How could I stop fighting with someone who I'm not even speaking to?
Well, why don't you start speaking to me? How about that?
Why should I? Why should I reach out to somebody who hates me?
Call it recycling. I'm going to give these law books and all my old notes to someone who can use them. Hand me that book over there, would you?
Don't do this, please.
Andy, they're just a bunch of old books.
They're more than that, and you know it. Antonio, just because some narrow-minded judge refuses to help you open your case doesn't mean that it's completely over.
Give it up, okay? I know what you're trying to do, and I know why. But you're wasting your time.
I love you. You think I'm going to give up finding a way to help you clear your name?
You can't. Look, Andy, I'm not blaming you, okay? I went to the DA with new evidence thinking that I could overturn a murder conviction after 7 years.
You still can. It just takes a little faith.
I tried that. I tried hope, and I tried all those other nice words you had me believing in. I bought the whole package.
Right. And you gave yourself a chance to be something more.
I know who I am. I've always known. I just forgot for a little while, that's all. Because you made me think about things that were totally out of my reach.
No, they're not.
Andy, there's a line in my life. Now, I can get close to it. I could even see over the top. But I can't cross it.
Yes, you can. I'll help you.
I don't want your help. Not if it means it's going to set me up for another fall.
Then tell me. How can I help you?
Kelly, I do not hate you. I could never hate you.
You're
Why
right. You despise me because I took the modeling job for Melidor that ties into Aunt Dorian's book.
There's not even going to be a book. Cord bought the publishing company and killed the book. That is beside the point. Look,
The point
Kelly,
is you despise me because you think I am vain and shallow.
Kelly, I don't think you're shallow. Or vain. I'm kidding. Tell her I'm kidding.
Kevin, please tell your brother that I am aware when
Okay,
he's
that's enough.
teasing me and I...
Look, I have my own trivial little job to do, which happens to entail getting one question from the guy who has his finger on the nuclear trigger. Now, I know that's nothing compared to Melidor Cosmetics.
What are you doing?
Stay.
Look, I'm sorry we bothered you. I got my other pair of sneakers and... Oh, just sit down.
Sit, stay, talk to each other, and please leave me out of this.
I don't think you're shallow. Or vain. That's why I don't understand why this modeling job is so important to you.
It is not the job. It's the fact that it's my family.
But don't you see that Dorian is using that? Like, she knows you were brought up alone in a convent school in France. She knows you have no sense of what families really like.
Well, then can you blame me for wanting one?
No, of course not. No, but this is Dorian we're talking about here. She's not giving. She's taking. You remember how she made you look in that book?
I did not come off that badly.
Hello? You were so upset that the day you read The Galleys. You were crying. You were so upset. You were throwing things around the room. And now, all of a sudden, she's dangling this job in front of you.
told you,
Okay,
this is
excuse me. I'm sorry. This family business. She's dangling this in front of you, and now all is forgiven? You know what? 10 to 1, that's Dorian. Her timing is perfect.
Well, you can guess again, Mr. Wizard.
Oh. Kevin? Hi, Mom.
Sweetheart? May I come in?
Yeah, well, it's just...
Oh, dear. I guess I've come at a bad time.
You, probably don't remember me telling you about my mother.
Oh, yes, I remember. Her name is Agatha, but everybody calls her Addie. And she's been cared for by the sister at St. Anne's, and you worked very hard over the years to provide for her. I admire that very much.
For all the good that it's done.
I thought she was doing better.
Well, she was, but now she's gone into this... Well, she's had this lapse, and she's lapsed into this zombie-like, childlike world where no one seems to be able to respond to her. I mean, it's happened before.
Well, I'm sorry, Blair. It's got to be especially hard for you, knowing how much you sacrificed for her.
I didn't sacrifice for her. She's my mother. I mean, she may not be Donna Reed or Carol Brady or the kind of mom that kids fantasize about, but she's mine.
Of course she is, and you love her unconditionally. I know that.
I do. She's like this.
I know. You might feel that she'll never come out of it.
But you know, she has before. She has, but every time that this happens, I think, you know, this is going to be the one time. The one time. I'm sorry. I don't want to bother you with this. It's my problem, not yours. Have a good evening.
Blair, wait a second. Wait. Do you remember the evening of Dorian's party? I was lost and troubled, and I didn't want to talk to anybody, but you wouldn't let me off the hook, so I went to this party because you told me to, in spite of my own feelings. Well, now it's my turn. I never party to take you to, but it does look like you could use a friend.
I appreciate your wanting to help. But, Patrick, there's really nothing that you can do.
Now, well, put me to the test. I might surprise you.
Oh, some other time, all right? Because all I want to do right now is drive over to St. Anne's and take care of my mother. I mean, she may not respond to me, but at least I can hold her.
All right, I'll drive you.
No, you don't have to do
No, I will, because, you know, you're too upset to drive. Besides, older ladies, they respond to me.
Well, I'm afraid that even your charms will be lost on my mother. She doesn't respond to anything.
Really?
She's like this. Yes.
I don't believe that.
Well, believe me when I tell you.
No, I don't mean you or me. It's, a grandmother always responds to her grandchild.
Star. Oh, my God. You should see Mama's face when she sees her. Her face, the whole face just lights up. If Mama held her for a minute, it might
Worth
bring
trying.
her. Yes. Mr. Thornhart, you make it impossible to say no. I would be honored if you would come with me as a friend.
You got it. Come on.
I know you think anything's possible, but there are some things that even Andy Harrison can't change.
Okay, maybe I can't change a judge's ruling, but I can help you find another way of looking at things, a new vantage point.
And how are you going to do that?
Catch.
The Mountain Sunset Inn?
One of the perks of having a brother who owns a ski lodge. We need to get some time away. Clear our heads, you know, rethink things. And remember how magical it was last time?
Yeah, well, sooner or later, you gotta leave that magic mountain and come down to the real world. And if you're gonna crash, better not to even leave the ground.
I've never heard you sound so cynical.
Just realistic. From now on, I'm gonna stay down here, where I belong.
Antonio.
Speaking of which, I've got to get down to the diner. The old air conditioner is on its last legs. I've got to find a way to nurse it through the summer.
How long will you be gone?
I don't know, an hour.
I'll wait. So we can finish this.
Andy. It is finished.
No, Mom, it's not a bad time at all. It's, Kelly and I weren't fighting. We were just...
Fighting.
Fighting. It's just... Kelly's been offered this job as a model for Melodor, and I don't think it's just such a great...
It's not just any job. It's for the Melodor Youth Cosmetics line that is going to tie into Aunt Dorian's novel.
But I keep telling her that no novel is going to be published. She refuses to believe
Wait
me.
a minute, okay. The novel is going to be published.
What?
I knew it. Dorian said it would be. Nothing stops her.
Well, honey, wait. Don't be too sure. We're publishing her novel because according to the terms of her contract, we're obligated to publish it. However, you will never see it in any bookstore. So, I'm sure that there will be no tie-ins with any cosmetic lines, nor would I think that there would be any modeling job. Kelly, listen. Your Aunt Dorian is doing her damnedest to cause an awful lot of trouble between our families. I sincerely hope that you and Joey don't let this come between you.
Mom?
Yes. Yes.
I was trying to call you. We
Well,
have
here
to
I
get
am.
over to that TV station
I
in
know,
time for the live
sweetheart.
feed from Washington.
That's why
But
I'm here.
I want to show you what I've got and get some notes, okay?
Okay. Tell you what. Let's go into the kitchen, and I'll make notes, and you'll make coffee.
Good idea.
You see, Kelly, like, everything's going to work out for the best. Now we can concentrate on the community center and our summer job and work and what's really important, you and me.
How come it is all for the best when your family comes out on top?
Hey, Antonio! We were just talking about you.
Yo, man, they screwed you, man. Yo. Screwed you, man. But what else is new?
You're from Angel Square, so you're a nobody, bro.
Hey, Eddie, I'd rather be a nobody here than a somebody over there.
Do you know what? I love this man.
I know what you mean. Here, have a piragua.
this whole week.
Juan Ruiz.
What? Where have you been hiding?
Last time I saw you, you were headed to New York City at Columbia University.
Yeah, well, the last time I saw you, you were headed towards Statesville Prison.
I graduated.
So did I. You look good, Antonio.
Not so bad yourself. How's the Big Apple treating you? Must be a millionaire by now.
Not quite. It's been tough lately.
Yeah, I heard a few things.
Sandy's HIV positive. The medical bills have been murdered. That's why I'm back in East Lambview. I'm staying with my mom, which is okay, but she gets this look every time she looks at him. So.
Whoa. Hey, him? Mom, is there something here that you just say him?
That's right, Eddie. I'm a Sagittarius.
Damn. Yo, I thought we had it bad. Yo, you're Puerto Rican, you're gay, and your lover got that damn virus?
Some of us are just born lucky, man.
Hey, man. You need any money?
Hey, man, we're not looking for a handout.
Look, it's not a handout, right? Remember, we're an angel square. We've all been down. We help each other.
Thanks a lot, Antonio. Yo, listen, I gotta get home. Sandy's cooking some Chinese food for my mom. Can't wait to see what she thinks, huh?
Some guardian angel you are. There's people hurt down here.
Antonio.
I made a casserole. You two never get enough. Where's Antonio?
He went down to the diner to make sure the air conditioner's working.
Well, that's strange. The air conditioning is the one thing that's been working just fine.
That's all right, Carlotta. I'm sure he just needed some time away from me.
Oh, no, Cara. This is not about you. That's for sure. This is about that judge.
I know. And I could help him if he'd just let me in.
Welcome to the world of Latin men. They're handsome and brave and a lot of other good things, but when it comes to sharing their feelings...
No. I won't let him hide behind his culture or his macho code or anything else. If he wants to be with me...
He does.
Then he's got to let go of this pessimism. I don't care how disappointed he is in the world. I mean, there's got to be hope. There's got to be.
You keep telling him that. He loves you, Andy. That's obvious even to him. But he needs you, too, and sometimes he forgets that. Just don't give up on him. Don't let him give up on the future.
I'm doing my best, Carlotta. My very best. I'm just not sure if it's good enough.
I'm nobody. Who are you? I'm nobody. Who are you? I'm nobody. Who are you? Mama? I brought somebody here to see you. Somebody very special. I'm nobody. Your little granddaughter, Mama. Who are you? You want to hold her? I'm nobody. Who are you? Thank you, Patrick. No, Mama. Mama, it's me, Blair. Your daughter? Mama, don't you recognize me? Don't you know who I am? I'm nobody. Who are you? No, Mama. I'm Blair, your daughter, and this is Star, your granddaughter. Mama, please, say that you know who we are, please. Your own flesh and blood. I'm nobody. Who are you?
Let me try.
I'm nobody. Who are you?
Aunt Dorian was right. The Buchanans have to have it their way, no matter who gets hurt.
Kelly, for God's sakes, look, I know you're disappointed about the modeling job, but let's remember what's important here. Us. Our love. Remember Paris? first night we made love and how perfect it was. We said we would hang on to that no matter what. Well, that's what we have to do. Oh, forget the family feuds, forget the summer jobs, forget everything. Let's just hang on to each other. Oh, I'm betting that's Drew forgetting his key again. Oh, right. Dorian?
Hello, Joe.
Well,
Is Kelly here?
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly. My goodness, honey, what's happened? What's wrong?
Nothing is wrong, Dorian. We're just at...
Joey's mom, she said that all your great plans for the book, for me, for Melidor, they're never gonna happen.
Oh, I should have known. She'd come running straight over here to gloat over her so-called triumph.
Oh, no one's gloating about anything, Dorian. Look, if
Vicky is a sad, lonely woman, consumed by revenge. She thinks she's punishing me by hurting you.
You know, Dorian, the way you twist
But
things
don't
makes me...
worry, honey. Not Vicky and all her loyal Buchanans are going to destroy our wonderful plans for the future.
Sad and vengeful? Is that what this is all about, Dorian? Are you so jealous of Joey and Kelly's love that you have to ruin it for them? Dorian, I told you, I warned you. If you pursued this vendetta, someone would get hurt. And true to form, you started very close to home with your own niece.
That's not fair. Aunt Dorian was just trying to include me in the family to help me out with my
serious?
future.
She smeared you in her novel, and now she's using you to get back at our family.
You can think whatever you like about my novel, but don't you dare say that I deliberately tried to hurt my flesh and blood.
But that's what you always do.
You're wrong. Aunt Dorian loves her family more than
You
anything.
can't seriously believe that,
Yes,
Kelly.
I seriously believe that.
What'd you do, Dorian? You used hypnotism?
If you want to point fingers, why don't you aim one right there at your mother and save a digit for your half-brother Cord? They are the ones who started this. They are the ones that tried to block publication of my book.
You wrote it! You started it when you wrote the damn thing! I begged you to leave the past in the past, but you couldn't do that, could you? Kelly, you have to know this. Your Aunt Dorian lives for one thing, and that is revenge, and she will use anyone to get it.
You see, Kelly, she really is being very good. You know, she wants to let bygones be bygones, and Vicky has always been magnanimous in victory.
Get real, Dorian. This is not about winning and losing. This is not even about these two kids. This is about you and me. It always has been. And now I see it always will be.
I'm nobody. Who are you?
Are you nobody, too? And there's a pair of us. Don't tell. They'd banish us, you know.
How dreary to be somebody. How public, like a frog. To tell one's name the livelong day to an admiring bog. Melinda gave me a book of poems once for my birthday. I was 12 years old, and I had braces on my teeth, and that was my favorite, Emily Dickinson.
It's one of my favorites, too.
Hello, Blair. Hello, Mama. So good to see you. I thought I'd lost you. I lose things sometimes, and I'm big. Yes, you are. I guess I can't lose you then, can I? May I hold my granddaughter? Oh, yes, you can. May I? Hello to your grandma. Oh, it's so nice to hold a baby. It's so nice. I remember this now. Star. Your name is Star. Because you're so bright and so pretty. Your mommy was a baby once. But I don't remember holding you. I just don't remember. You're so sweet. There's your mommy.
Sometimes it helps to be a poetry professor.
You have a very nice voice. It's so familiar. Oh, I know you're Todd, aren't you?
Well, so much for a romantic weekend.
There'll be other weekends, as soon as Antonio gets over this disappointment.
God, I wish you would be disappointed. And angry and upset, you know, something real and emotional, then maybe I could reach him. Ever since the judge refused to reopen his case, he's been shut down.
Oh, Like father, like son. You know, when Diego used to put up that wall with me, there wasn't much I could do either, except maybe fix him a big dinner. Even tough, strong men, they need to eat. And you know, it's amazing, is once they get a belly full of something good, they're almost human again.
I don't know.
We'll do it together. Now, I brought Antonio's favorite casserole. That's a start. And you have the fixings for a great salad, and I'm sure that we could throw together a great dessert.
Thanks, Carlotta. But I mean, you don't have to do this.
Do you know, do you have any idea how grateful I am to you? You gave him hope when no one else could.
Yeah, I know. He's furious at me for it.
Yes. But deep down, he needs that hope. And you know something? So do I. Oh, I was so bitter. I thought I was never going to get my son back. But I have, with your help. Don't let him push you out of his life, Andy. There's no one else he could turn to.
Antonio! Those nice, decent people on the right side of town. They have you exactly where they want you. Dos, por favor. Trap in this square.
Look around you.
Yes.
There's no trap. These are my friends. Do they look unhappy to you?
Not at all. This is a wonderful neighborhood. For them. Something tells me you want more. Go on. Or is it?
I'm down, but I'm not out. You can't buy me.
Well, a lemonade. I don't buy people. I make friends.
Just out of curiosity, why do you want me for a friend?
I'm a connoisseur of people, so to speak. The nice people are afraid of your skill. I can maximize them. With your talent for the law.
I can't be a lawyer.
I have lawyers. What I like is somebody with your insight and courage. It's an impressive combination, my friend. But you can't do anything with it without some help. Think about it. You know where to find me.
Mama, Todd is dead. Remember it? I told you all about it. There was an accident.
Ireland.
That's right. Todd died in Ireland. Who is he?
I'm nobody. Who are you?
I like him.
Hey, I like you too, Betty. My name's Patrick.
That's a very nice name. It's an Irish name.
It is indeed.
Oh, that's nice. Todd died in Ireland, and you have an Irish name. Are you going to marry my daughter now?
No. We're just friends.
Right.
You're good friends. I'm not stupid, you know, even if I am mentally challenged. Do you know what mentally challenged means? Because I don't.
Well, you know what I think it means, Addie? I think it means that you're very, very sensitive.
I am. Not like Blair. She's crying again.
Oh, Mama, I'm not crying. I'm just so happy that you are okay and that you're holding little Star and that I've been able to move on and get over some very sad things.
That made you cry? Like when Todd died?
Yes, Mama. Like when Todd died.
So you're happy now?
Sometimes. But I tell you what. Little Star, she needs her grandma very, very much.
Well, I don't know how to change diapers. I never know what to do with the old ones.
It's okay, Mom. I'll take care of that. You just, all this little one needs is for her grandma to
To hold her and to love her. Oh, well, I can do that. I can do that.
Yes, you can.
Yes, but right now I'm kind of sleepy, and I probably shouldn't hold her when I'm sleepy. Should I?
I'll take her. I'll take her. You want to come back to Mommy? That's good. Say goodbye to Grandma. Say goodbye. You lie down, Mama.
Oh, will you come back?
Of course I will.
Bring my granddaughter?
Yes, I will.
Him?
I'd be honored, Hattie.
Honored. He'd be honored.
Thank you. Thank you.
There he is.
You didn't do him justice.
Let me guess. Sandy.
Right the first time? Juan told me about your offer to help. I wanted to thank you, but we're not as bad off as he makes us seem.
Excuse me?
He's Latino. Melodrama's in his genes. Me, I'm a Methodist from Cincinnati. I'd rather focus on the positive. Take life as it comes. I mean, what's the alternative?
You guys all talk? But does somebody want to dance?
Oh, yeah, but not with you.
Sandy, maybe we should.
Eddie, you got a problem with Juan and Sandy here?
No, yeah, somebody gotta help drink the beer.
Ron.
So?
Yeah.
What about you, Antonio?
You can accuse me of anything, and God knows you have in the past. How many years was it, Vicky, that you accused me of having murdered your father? Watch it, Dorian. But don't you dare accuse me of deliberately trying to hurt my niece.
She has been wonderful to me.
Wonderful. Is that how you felt when you read her version of you in her book? Wonderful?
Oh, please! That book was fiction.
Fiction? If it was fiction, why were these two so devastated by it?
Very good question. Let's give that some thought, shall we? Maybe it had something to do with the suspicion and divisiveness which you fostered. Maybe it had something to do with the underhanded techniques you employed in order to block the publication of my book, thereby keeping Kelly from achieving her rightful place in this town.
Her rightful place in Landview society? Are you kidding? A girl like Kelly doesn't care about things like that. That's your obsession, not hers.
Wait a minute, what do you mean, a girl like me?
Oh, she meant it as a compliment. Kelly, you know what? If you're even too dense to understand that...
So now I'm dense, in addition to being vain and shallow?
You know what? I give up. Excuse me, Mother. I'm going for a run. You, be a Kramer. Be whatever the hell you want to be.
Oh, Dorian, how lovely. Mom, we really have to go to the TV station now. Mom.
Yes, I'm coming, all right?
Hey.
We certainly wouldn't want to keep the President of the United States waiting. Go!
Oh, no. Don't you do this. Don't. They're not worth it.
They're not, but Joey is.
I'm afraid when push comes to shove, Joey's just another Buchanan. Sweetheart, we cannot let them destroy our dreams, our plans.
But you heard what Vicky said. Our dream is over. Isn't it? You'll see.
Would you stop being so modest? You're the only one who could reach her.
Told you, the older one liked me. I'm only kidding. She could feel the love of you, the love of her granddaughter.
You think?
Definitely. And you know what? I'd never seen you that way. So open, giving love unconditionally like you did. It was surprising, but it's quite wonderful.
Well, my mother is quite wonderful. And if it weren't for you knowing that poem, we might not have ever reached her.
Well, maybe next time you won't be so quick to push away a helping hand.
I won't. You're a great friend, Patrick. Well, I guess I better get my little potato home before she wakes up, so thank you for everything.
My pleasure, Claire.
Come on, Antonio. You can't listen to that beat and not dance.
Eddie's a lot better at this dance than I am.
It's not the dance. It's the dancer.
I'm so sorry, baby. Perdóname.
Have a little faith, sweetheart. We Kramer women may lose a battle every now and then, but believe me, we're going to win the war.
You know, you keep saying that, and as I stand here, I really think that the Kramers are a bunch of losers.
Kelly, don't you say
What? Aunt Dorian, hello. My mother is in an institution, and so is my Aunt Addie.
Yes. And that's because they're not fighters. They feel too much. Way too much. Okay, although I love them very much, Belinda and Addie, they lack the killer instinct, which is absolutely necessary in order to survive. I've got it. Blair has it. And so have you.
Okay. And stop treating me like a child. You tell me how you are going to turn those tables on Vicky. I won't tell Joey if that is what you're worried about, because the way things are going now, we may never speak to each other again.
Oh, Kelly. Why do you gotta be so naive, you know? Just run.